Hello friends! Join me in making this delicious beef a la Riz made by Helga. I got this Filipino recipe inspired by one of my kababayan on TikTok at Cocinerong Welder. However, I had to alter some recipes of my own because there are some ingredients that I find it heavy for me. But I'm pretty sure the original recipe of Cocinerong Welder is as good as mine. And it depends on your taste bud, of course. I made this video during the time I was sick. As you can see that I don't look appetizing here. However, the food I made is fantastic and you won't regret it. Now, let us start by washing the meat. In this recipe, I'm using beef sirloin. You can also use a stewing beef as well if you prefer. In a pot or pan, boil water for the beef. Boiling the meat will remove the fat. And as soon as you can see the excess fat, time to remove the meat. Next, I'll be cooking it again using the Instapot. But I'm sure you can use a large pot if you don't have an Instapot. Instapot will cook the meat faster. Add 8 cups of water. Here I added a large onion, fresh ginger, a teaspoon of peppercorns, 1 bay leaves, and 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. I press the mid option and set the timer for 15 minutes. When the timer is done, release the pressure seal and open the lid. Then remove the meat and save the broth for later. Then cut the meat into cubes or prepared size. The third step is to use a pan or pot, but if you don't have a pan, you can also use a pot. Then add olive oil, fresh garlic about 8 cloves. I'm using 1.5 size of onions here. And then fresh ginger, about 2 tablespoons. Ginger will give it a fantastic flavor. Do you remember that beef broth from Instapot I mentioned earlier to put aside? Get 2 cups of filtered broth from there. Then add a tablespoon of Knorr chicken powder. Stir and put aside for later. Let's go back to our pan. Stir the ingredients. Wait until the onion is translucent and add the beef. Add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of honey, a couple of star anise, a teaspoon of hoisin sauce, a teaspoon of fish sauce. Sprinkle a generous amount of ground black pepper and then stir. And finally, add the beef broth. Cover the lid and cook it to medium-low for 15 minutes. Sprinkle a little bit of our secret Filipino ingredient, magic sarap. Then add chili flakes if you like a bit spicy, which I do. Then add a teaspoon of suka, which is vinegar. And last ingredient is a teaspoon of ketchup. Stir it and then let me try it. Oh my, it's perfect. Continue cooking it for 5 minutes until the meat is super tender. And of course, my meal is not complete without rice. And there it is, guys. I can't wait to eat this. Let us try this food I made. The beef one, it's basically my own recipe. So let's see and try. Just so you know, I'm still sick, but 80% of my taste came back. And I can tell you guys that this food is so delicious. You must try to cook this because I said so, and you won't regret it, I promise. Just make sure that you eat it with rice because it's a perfect combination. Okay, let me just enjoy this.